Hey, thanks for joining us here on our 34th installment of Buster's Glitch Ass Gaming Podcast. I'm Tony Flowers.
And I'm off the Warriors.
Oh, yeah, let me introduce you.
Sorry, I got a little preemptive.
That's all right. I'll still introduce you. This is the chairman and CEO of Post Nut Clarity, Oscar Warrior.
I hate that I'm associated with that.
So how's business nowadays? Post Nut Clarity Incorporated.
I don't know nothing about that, but I can tell you about what's going on in my day to day.
Shares have soared.
Stonks.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, how is your? We haven't done this like recording for a couple of weeks now, so it kind of feels like it's been forever. Yeah, what's been going on outside of work, man?
Been eating a lot of fucking good food, my guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, being Mexican has its benefits.
Dude, yeah.
A lot of good foods.
Like going to the families. You guys cooking a lot yourselves? A little mix of both.
Both. Yeah, both.
Nice.
A good mix of both, and then just a lot of leftovers, a lot of tamales.
Oh yeah. Did you guys have like the whole, what do they call that? The lineup of people, and you just kind of, one person adds the masa and they pass it on to the next person. What are they? The little assembly line. Yeah.
Basically is how we had to do it. Yeah, me and Tanya were in charge of mixing the fucking, we had like a ginormous bowl and it was the masa inside, right? And we were just kind of like you know how like a cat like makes
needs
biscuits
the dough
and shit?
Yeah.
We were doing that for like an hour straight because it has to like, there's a little test where you have a glass of water and like you drop a little piece of the dough into it to see if it floats, and if it sinks to the bottom, you still gotta like mix it to incorporate air.
Oh no shit. That's cool.
Yeah, so it took us like an hour to get that done, and then once that was done, we started we moved on to the next process where we took like little spatula thingies and we fucking like we took the leaf and we just like.
Oh yeah, I've seen that process on a TikTok video recently. It was the first time I'd ever seen the process done before. It almost looks like a paint scraper or something like that. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it was.
Yeah, something.
It had that ASMR vibe to it. I could like listen to that all day. It was awesome. Mm-hmm. So that was your next piece that you were in charge of?
Yeah, we made hundreds. It was me, Kevin, Carlos, and my father-in-law. We were all doing it. Uh-huh. And then Tanya's cousin and her aunt and her grandma came in from out of town. Mm-hmm. So her cousin
they came in from another time.
They came from another time.
They just stepped out of a portal.
What a tongue twister. What a twist. No, yeah, they were the ones in charge of like stuffing them and shit and folding them up, and yeah, just putting them in the big like witch's cauldron, so that way we could cook them later on.
Do they have to be steamed, or am I making that up?
No, they have to be steamed. Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, that's how you cook them. You steam them. It's surprisingly a very simple thing to do. It just takes a lot of time and a lot of effort.
Yeah, I hear it's a hell of a fucking undertaking.
Mm-hmm. Especially if you're making it like in big portions, bro. Like we made hundreds.
Well, yeah. What's the deal with that? Why do you every time somebody makes tamales, they always make them by the hundreds? Are you guys selling them or
big family, bro? Mexicans have big families.
Just throwing a bunch of them in the freezer, or are they all gone already?
No, they're all gone. We finished those in like a week.
Hot damn.
We're big tamale eaters, bro. Carlos ate his in like 2 days. That motherfucker he was greedy as hell. Biblical levels of greed. He ate it for breakfast, lunch, and dinner.
Shit, if I had hundreds of them, I might do the same.
Yeah, we all took some home.
That's awesome, man. We
made sure to get him cleared out. But that was, I think that was Christmas for us, and New Year's we took turns taking shits and stayed up till midnight.
What the fuck? Are you guys like down in laxatives instead of shots of alcohol, or what?
No, we were fucking laxatives. Nice. No, we were playing a game where it was like we were trying to fit a sausage that was tied to a string. It was tied to a belt that was tied around our waist, and on that string there's a little sausage.
Okay.
And so it's like free swinging, and you have to like squat down and get it like in a hole, like a little toilet paper roll.
What the fuck kind of game is that?
You're supposed to see who can like aim the sausage like perfectly into the little hole.
Who came up with this shit?
I was the king shitter that night because I beat everybody.
Was it a little Vienna sausage or what?
No,
or
it was
like a pigs in a blanket.
No, like a good length sausage. I don't know how long like a 6-incher, I think. They're about like 6 inches like sausage
like a
length.
brat.
Yeah, like standard sausage length, you know? Like
What the
good old
fuck kind of
Oscar
game is
Mayer.
that? Who came up with this? Whose idea was
The
that?
party game. It was like some TikTok trend that they were doing.
That's pretty fucking funny, actually.
Yeah,
You had
we
to lock
played it
the
and it
dogs
was-
up though, huh? No.
Yeah, or else they would
Yeah,
have.
they would have been all over that shit. Yeah. Get off my sausage. That's my sausage.
Yeah, bro, I beat everybody. I was the top shitter.
Damn, man, you know how to handle that sausage.
And then I played a 5-hour game of Monopoly with Tanya's cousins.
God, did
Yeah,
you
it was
win that
ridiculous.
too? Did you win that
We
too?
started at 6 and we ended the night with only 3 of us.
Oh damn! But you could have kept going, huh? Yeah,
We
that
could
game
have kept
take
going,
forever.
actually. Yeah, because we were just like negotiating and like making rules up and shit. Like actually like proper business negotiations, and we were just like fucking each other over. Like when one would lose power, the other one would gain power, and it would just kind of that position of power just it kept rotating between the 3 of us.
Nice. That's pretty awesome, man. Yeah, I don't think I've ever finished a game of Monopoly because the
impossible.
negotiation just takes forever. Some people are just so headstrong
into
in
it.
their idea that they're just like, I'm not gonna trade anything with anybody. It's like, why are you playing this game, man? You gotta trade something.
You gotta do
Beat the
something.
shit out of you.
Yeah. Like we're gonna fight. You're gonna give me that.
Yeah.
You're gonna give me my property.
It's like, this is what happens next. I get that fucking property one way or another. You either make a deal with me.
Or else this table's getting flipped. You want this game to keep going? You give me that property.
That's right. Yeah, gotta try that in tabletop sim because then we could just let that game go for ages. We just
Yeah,
you know,
absolutely, bro. Yeah, we
save
could
it and
save
come back
state
to
that
it.
shit. Yeah, come back to it.
yes sir, yes sir.
How were your holidays, dude?
They were pretty chill. Christmas was nice. We went to Chelsea's folks' place. That was nice. Really uneventful. We just had some good food and good conversation. Nice evening. Same with New Year's. We just stayed here. We were in bed by like 10. But no, it was really nice. We just stayed here. I think we watched the Stranger Things finale, which was pretty cool. Yeah, that was basically it. But over the last few weeks, I was trying to think of what the fuck even happened that was even remotely interesting. And I changed the headlights in my car. That's all I can think of. I was like, oh yeah, I changed the headlights on my car. I should tell them about that. I had no idea what I was doing. I'm not a mechanic. I'm not
wait.
handy in any way.
Like the whole unit?
Well, yeah, the the bulbs.
The
One
enclosure.
No,
or just
none
the
of that
little
shit.
light-
Just the bulb.
Oh, okay.
I
Okay.
still I had no idea what the fuck I was doing, so I was like, all right, let's figure this out because I'll be goddamn before I pay someone to change a light bulb for me. So I figured that I tonied the fuck out of that. It worked out pretty well, but I went on Amazon and I bought a couple of light bulbs because it said in the fucking description that it would fit my car. And when they finally showed up, I went to go, nope, the fucking input and the output didn't match. So I had to take those back. And I eventually got some bulbs from AutoZone that fit. And yeah, I felt so proud of myself.
Good.
I changed a light bulb,
probably-
guys.
That's probably the right move, honestly. I wouldn't trust Amazon because AutoZone has those little books that they have like in the aisle that tell you like what model will fit specifically for your car.
Yeah, exactly. And that worked
Down.
out way better. So
Down to the description, bro. Did you get halogen bulbs or did you get like LED bulbs?
no, they were halogen. Yeah.
Okay, good. You are not an asshole.
Yeah, they worked out pretty
Thank
well.
you.
I haven't had anyone flash their brights at me yet. Because if they did, I'd be so confused. I'd be like, dude, what are you doing? What are you doing?
Like, what are you doing?
I can see maybe 15 feet in front of me. That's it.
They,
like what the fuck?
They do that a lot here in Arizona. You ever
Yeah.
get flashed for like no reason?
Sometimes it might be them trying to alert you that there's some cops ahead. Like, dog, keep an eye out. That's what Chelsea told me. She's like, yeah, they're just keep an eye out. There's probably a cop ahead. And many times that's been the case. They're actually trying to be your friend. They're like, hey, some
Interesting.
pigs up ahead. Watch out.
I drive like an old man, so I don't have to worry about that.
Yeah, probably not. You might get pulled over for driving like a geezer then.
A little too slow. No, bro, I drive the speed limit. I go maybe 5 over.
Yeah, 5 over is the. If I'm ever more than 5 over, Chelsea be like, yo, it's like 45 here. I'm like, okay,
Better fucking
Okay.
slow down, bud.
take it easy. All right, foot off the gas. But yeah, we went to the Outback Steakhouse with my boy Mike and his lady Paige. I want to say that was last week. I have such a fucked up concept of time. I think it was last week, and it was really nice to hang out with them. But I'm kind of over going out to eat like ever again.
Yeah.
You know, it was just under $40 for I want to say it was like a 12-ounce ribeye, a fucking scoop of mashed potatoes and a little salad, $3 extra for some sautéed mushrooms.
Wait, just for you? $40 just for you? Like that one meal alone?
Yeah, just under $40 just for me. We got a bloomin' onion for the four of us to split because those things are cool. Mike didn't partake in that because, you know, he's being a little more health conscious. Good for him. But the three of us shredded that motherfucker. And yeah, by the end of it, Chelsea's dish, she got some tuna, and I got the steak, and it was like fucking $90-something. Every time I go out to eat, I'm just reminded of how much better it is to just go home, make it yourself, you know?
Yeah.
In terms of the steak, we have an air fryer with a little grill insert, like 5 minutes for a fucking perfect steak, no flip required. And yeah, the act of cooking is fun, you know? Here at home with the wife, got some music on, you know, having some good conversation. We're chopping up some shit together. It's more fun that way. It's way cheaper. Yeah, don't go out to eat anymore, people. Let's fucking kill that shit. Just fucking smother it in its bed. Yeah,
learn how to cook. It's fun.
It really is. How to cook. It really is. It's a nice thing to know. Like, I really appreciate the act of cooking, and there's something cathartic about it.
I don't know what that word means, cathartic. I like how it sounds, though.
It's like pleasing to your brain. It tickles your brain in the right way. That's the definition I'm gonna stand by. But it's something along those lines. Yeah, it's like pleasing to you. It's like a Zen thing. Your
neurons.
Yeah.
Your neural pathways.
But yeah, you're trying new recipes as one of your goals this year.
I think 52 in total.
You're gonna do one a week?
I think one a week. Yeah. That seems pretty feasible to me. Or did I do half?
I want to say you put 10 or 12.
Flipping my goals.
I think so. I think you put 10 or 12, like one a month, one big one a month. I'll have to check later. But either way.
Yeah. I made some udon stir fry.
Yeah.
Some beef stir fry.
That looks so good, man.
Dude, it was delicious. It tasted even better like as, what's the word? Leftovers?
Mm-hmm.
It was so much better the second time around. I don't know what it is, but it tasted so much better.
Just marinating and all that good shit and just like soaking it up overnight.
Yeah, bro, that was the beef stir fry, udon noodle stir fry. Good lord.
Did you have to go to that lamb's market for anything? Like, did you find the noodles and everything were and just?
Yeah, we got the udon noodles by the Asiana market. It came with like a pack of like 5 bricks of like frozen udon noodles.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, we boiled like 4 of them for like a minute, and they came out perfect, al dente.
Nice.
That's like
the way
firm,
to do it.
Chewy.
That's the way to do it, bro.
Then you just stir fry your meat and your vegetables and everything, and you make like a sauce. You blend it all up.
Yeah, it sounds badass, dude.
Nice.
It looked really good. Looked really, really good, dude. Real quick, we have nothing for the correction section, unless you had something.
Nope.
Okay.
Let's get right down to it.
Let's start off with some really bad news.
Okay.
Number 1. In late 2025, the gaming world lost 2 titans who defined different eras of the industry. On December 21st, the gaming world lost Vince Zampella, who redefined the first-person shooter genre through his work co-founding Infinity Ward and Respawn Entertainment, responsible for the meteoric rise of Call of Duty and later successes like Apex Legends, Titanfall, and the Star Wars Jedi series. Zampella's creative vision and leadership shaped modern gaming for over 2 decades. However, his legacy is now shadowed by the circumstances of his death. Zampella was killed in a completely avoidable car accident that claimed not only his life, but also that of his passenger. While his contributions to gaming are immeasurable, the finality of this tragedy serves as a reminder of the human cost that can result from a single error. And then on December 25th, Christmas, David Rosen, the co-founder and former CEO of Sega, passed away peacefully at his home in Los Angeles at the age of 95. Alongside Nintendo, Rosen's Sega helped revive the North American gaming industry after the 1983 crash, proving that high-quality hardware and software could rebuild a collapsed market. He personally drove the success of the Genesis, leaving the family-friendly branding to Nintendo, and targeted older audiences with the Sega Does What Nintendo Don't campaign. He retired in 1996, but not before serving as a key player in gaming's most iconic era of competition. Dude, well, let's start with Zampella, man. I was absolutely shocked to hear about that. I got a text from Maximus. I was in the middle of cooking something, I think, that day, and I couldn't fucking believe it. I was like, no fucking way, you know? So I started, you know, typing his name into Google to see if it was trending, and there it was, man. I was like, no fucking way, you know? Yeah, that caught me way the fuck off guard. There was a video of the crash on Instagram, and yeah, I'm no fucking detective, but it looked like he was being reckless, you know? I don't know if you saw, did you see the video?
I haven't gotten a chance to see the video yet, no.
Yeah, it's, I wouldn't say it's like crazy graphic, but I mean, you know, 2 people died when you see it, so it's pretty awful, man. You know, he came screaming out of a fucking tunnel, slammed into a concrete barrier, car caught fire, game over.
Yep.
Fucking terrible, man. Yeah, his passenger, whose identity has not been made public, from what I found still, he was ejected from the car and he died later in the hospital. Yeah, it was just so sad, you know. 2 families forever changed right before Christmas. I had to look it up, but yeah, Vince leaves behind his wife and 3 kids. Yeah, did you have anything to say about him?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, honestly, it's just tragic because Vince, especially, like he changed like the landscape in video game history, like with just the things that he worked on, like Modern Warfare is, I think, 1 and 2 at Infinity Ward, and then like Titanfall's 1 and 2, I believe, as well. On top of that, other things. I think his last major thing was Battlefield 6, correct? Right? Like, right?
Yeah, definitely.
So that leaves a pretty big like hole in the industry, you know. He was a visionary.
Yeah, exactly. That's the biggest question now. Is like, who the hell could ever even take his place? You can't teach the kind of talent that he had. You know, you either have it or you don't.
That's pure like creativity.
Yeah, it's like he understood what it took to make a great game. Yeah, totally, man. He was on top of the world too, man. Since they chose him to make Battlefield 6, like they chose him, you know. Like 2042 was a massive disappointment, and you know, thanks to his leadership, Battlefield 6 was the best-selling game of 2025 with over 20 million copies sold in just under, I think it was like 3 months on the market. Yeah, I would guess that he just got a fat ass bonus or an insane offer, and he was just riding a high, you know, that most of us will never experience, and he just, you know, he was on top of the world, made a stupid fucking choice. And yeah, I think it's okay to be pissed at the choices that he made that day. Well, you know, dying and killing this other person with him, you know, because a lot of people are pretty pissed off and just dragging his name through the mud because of that. But it's okay to be pissed off at that, and it's okay to be sad at the same time, you know, over the loss of a man who, like, his creative vision meant so much to us and millions of other people. Shaped
a lot of people's childhoods.
Yeah. Like you said, with Modern Warfare and the sequel, I fucking loved those games, and I spent so much time online, you know, talking shit, making friends. But yeah, and he was the main reason I had so much faith in Battlefield 6, man. Rest in peace, Vince.
Rest in peace.
And Mr. Rosen, I was a wee lad, and I didn't really think about who made what. When it came to games back then, I just played them. Also, I didn't really care for Sega at all, since our household was introduced to video games through Nintendo. Not like I had anything against Sega. I just wasn't exposed to Sega until way later in life. So I wasn't really familiar with Rosen or his contributions to the industry. So I looked it up and did a little bit of reading, and pretty fascinating guy. What all did you know about him? Anything at all? Probably more than me.
Honestly, from what I heard about, from just his passing, nothing. I knew nothing about him at all.
No shit.
Until I like started digging into it.
Well, this is what I found here is he was an Air Force pilot, and he loved him some Japan, dude. Loved Japan. And he noticed that the people there had a bunch of disposable income and they craved entertainment. He merged his company with a company called Service Games, which later they shortened to Sega. I didn't know that. Yeah, so the SE from Service and the GA from Games, and then you know, the rest is history. And before the Genesis, yeah, he was the guy who standardized the 25 cents per play model in arcades. That's pretty substantial there. I think that's still a thing, isn't it? Unless you go to, because I haven't been to an arcade in so long.
Not for like modern arcades. Modern arcades, they use like the little some of them use the little card, yeah. Okay. And you like put credit towards it. I think it's up to like, some of them are as low as $1, but it can get pretty pricey per play.
Yeah, he helped to make arcades attractive places to play and socialize in Japan. that's pretty fucking cool, man. Yeah, what a legacy, and live to the ripe old age to 95. I hope I make it that far. That'd be fucking sweet.
Made it a long way. Good.
Yeah.
Like a good year. Yeah.
Yeah, rest in peace, man.
Good man. He deserves it.
Definitely.
I see that as an achievement, honestly. Like 95, that's pretty far in life. Like that's a reward.
Definitely. And more than anything, this makes me want to finally pull the trigger on reading Console Wars by Blake Harris. I've had that in my fucking wish list forever. Yeah, I've heard nothing but great things about that book. So that's on my list. I'm gonna read that shit, learn a little more about Rosen and the other players in that awesome time period where I was too young to even know that was happening. It's so crazy, man. But yeah. On to some better news.
Yes, potentially.
Please take it away.
All right. In a December 16th interview, Zelda series general manager Daiki Iwamoto confirmed that Nintendo wants Monolith Soft, the creative team behind Xenoblade Chronicles, to develop their own Zelda title. After establishing themselves as a vital partner during the development of Skyward Sword, Monolith Soft went on to shape the open-world foundations of Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom. Iwamoto noted that Monolith's internal systems allow them to handle everything from initial concepts to final implementation, making them the ideal partner for a fresh direction in the franchise. This announcement follows Nintendo establishing 100% ownership of the studio as of December 2024 and comes amid rumors that Monolith is working on a major project for the Switch 2. From my understanding, that is just a rumor still, but that's kind of exciting, honestly.
Yeah, it's you really have to pay attention to the wording of that, because he said he would like for them to. He like that's not confirmation. So yeah, you know.
Yeah, it's the rumor.
Yeah.
So take it with a grain of salt. But Monolith Soft does great work in like all of their titles. So if they put their hands in the next like Zelda title, that would be amazing, honestly.
Yeah.
My question would be is if they're going to continue the story with, if they do get their hands on a Zelda title, would it be a spin-off or would it be a continuation of like the of that Breath of the Wild, Tears of the Kingdom story arc?
Yeah. I think since the wide open world is like their bread and butter, and they helped to set the foundations for those games, and since those were, some people still consider those some of the best games ever made, I can't imagine them wanting to do anything too different from Breath or Tears.
Yeah.
So like if that is what they're doing, something along that same line, whether it be a continuation of the story or just something very similar to it, I think millions would be stoked for more Zelda in that same vein.
Yeah, absolutely. Take Zelda and make it Xenoblade Chronicles.
Yeah, I'm currently playing my very first Monolith developed game, and at this point I can say that I would be excited to see them create a new Zelda game. I think that would be fucking sweet.
It's an exciting rumor.
Definitely. As for me, if the Zelda series continues on the Breath and Tears formula, I'd really appreciate it if they can throw in, some smaller, more classic style entries in there, just for me. Just Salt Bay a few of them in there among the bigger releases.
Like the spin-off games, like Echoes of Wisdom, or
something like that. Like if I could choose the next release, it would be a remake for the Oracle games on in the same style as the Link's Awakening remake. I'll eat that shit.
Yeah, I'd eat that up too. Yeah, have you gotten a chance to play Echoes of Wisdom yet?
Yeah, I didn't finish it. I got distracted by something else. But yeah, very cute. I like that style. It was cute.
Me too. I hope that game gets a sequel, or like maybe another in the same vein, whereas you play as Zelda and you can use her little wand.
Yeah, that was such a cool mechanic. The only thing is anytime you want to spawn a thing, it gives you that one line that you have to just kind of like scroll all the fucking way through to find the right thing. It's like, maybe make that a little easier to find everything. That would have been nice.
Yeah, it would be nice if you could like categorize them almost.
Something.
Keep certain things within a group.
Yeah, something. There's got to be an easier way. That was my only
easier
beef with
navigation. That game. Yeah, I would have to agree with you on that. It was a bit difficult because you'd have to scroll so far. And I know you could like set it by like different categories almost, but it was still kind of a pain.
Yeah, just a little bit, but not too much to detract from what a cool little game it was. Nice little throwback. First time you get to play as the titular character, the legend of this character.
The legend of this actual character, Zelda.
You play as Zelda, the Legend of.
The Legend of. Echoes of Wiz.
Yeah. Echoes of Echoes. Yeah, I love that meme. I'll never get sick of that shit. But yeah, just remember, don't get your hopes too high here, all you Monolith fans. Get your hard-ons under control.
Me.
Yeah. No, I'm kidding. Get excited. Get excited. This is like one of the best parts of being a lover of the industry. Getting hyped about shit that hasn't been confirmed yet. Where the fuck is Bloodborne 2?
That's what I'm saying, bro. That's what I've been asking for.
All right. But actually, a question for you that just popped up. Would you rather Monolith's next game be Xenoblade Chronicles 4 or a Zelda game? Or do you think they can handle both at the same time?
I think they could handle both at the same time. Knowing Monolith Soft, they could handle both at the same time. Because on top of working on their mainline like story of games, they also send some of their guys to help out. That's what they did with Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom. They had split their team, so some of them would go and help with production of those games, and then others stayed to work on their mainline games.
Yeah.
So I know they could do it.
The only thing is that are they big? Because I don't know. Are they a big enough team to split in half and still both of those teams tackle such massive projects? You know, because one big main project and then taking a few guys, moving them over here to go help on something else. That seems feasible, obviously, but two massive projects at once.
I would say so, because Xenoblade Chronicles has never had like a yearly or like, you know, a 2-year release. They've always kind of had like 3 or 4 years in between the release of the games. So they take their time. Yeah. And if they have to take a little extra time for the next one, then they'll definitely do it.
Very nice. Very nice.
Yeah. So I think feasibly they could split their team. It would just take a little bit longer to get the main game out.
Okay. I got you. Well, we'll find out more soon enough, I'm sure. Especially if this is something that's going to be in the works. If this is what they're actually going to do. All right. Number 3.
Shall we move on?
Yes. Lionsgate chairman Adam Fogelson, I think that's how you pronounce that, officially confirmed during a January 2nd earnings call that a AAA John Wick game is in active development and will be formally announced soon. While no specific developer has been named, insiders suggest the project has been in the works for over 3 years, aiming to capture the film's signature gun fu choreography through a high-octane action lens similar to Max Payne or Sifu. This announcement comes as part of a broader gaming push from Lionsgate that also includes a new AAA Saw adaptation, as well as, quote, some others that we'll be announcing soon, end quote, according to Fogelson. Mm-hmm. This is actually pretty exciting, even though I've only really watched the first John Wick movie. You've seen more than I have.
Yeah, I think I've seen up to chapter 3.
That sounds like a pretty good idea for a game, doesn't it?
I would agree, yeah.
Oh, yeah, dude. The character, the lore, the cinematic gunplay, they're all ripe for video games, man.
Everything, and like all I call them enemies, but all the people that John Wick fights, like they have like certain legends attached to them, you know, in the lore of the movies. So like those would make perfect bosses to fight against in the game.
This seems like a great idea. I'm really glad they're doing this. If it's done right, I can see this being a fucking banger.
Me too.
Yeah.
I got a little excited when I heard about this.
Yeah, that's pretty fucking sweet, man. And the Saw game, I'm not sure about. I can't really, I can't wrap my mind around how that would make a fun game. But
it would have to be like a puzzle game, I'm thinking. A really like difficult, unforgiving puzzle.
Yeah. There has to be something to it, because the idea of Saw, it's like, okay, put your hand in this fucking, because I've only seen a couple of movies. One of them is like, put your hand in this fucking thing and have, you know, your hand be eaten by acid while you try to grab the key, right? Like, that's only scary in real life. I wouldn't want to do that in real, but in a video game, I'm like, fuck this character's hand. Fuck your hand. Let's get that key, bitch. You know? Mm-hmm. So where's the trade-off? There's got to be some fear about doing things that are gonna hurt you and stuff. Yeah, it's got to be a puzzle game. That's a good point.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, there's absolutely no risk with your life, so it's like, I was like, I don't care about this fucking character.
Right.
Give me that key.
Right. Or whatever the fuck. Like just buzz saw my fucking arm off and potentially bleed out. Like, I'm not gonna do that in real life, but maybe in the game I'll be like, yeah, let's fucking have this cocksucker bleed out. I don't care. Try again. Game over. Let's try again. You know.
Yeah, there has to be some sort of consequence that's like dire enough for you to fear it.
Yeah.
In real life.
That's a good point. A puzzle game.
Start like, you have to have your credit card attached to the game, and like, as if you die, you like start losing money.
Dude, that'd be terrible. Nobody would buy that game. No. I hope. Except Wales. Wales would buy the fuck out of that game. Oh, fuck it. I got nothing else to do with my money. Why not?
When you say Wales, do you mean the country of Wales?
No, I don't mean Wales, the place. There's it's that term. It's that term used for people that have like an insane amount of money that they just buy their way to victory. They don't care how much money they put into games. You know what I mean? Like they'll just drop. Like, hey, try again for $5, and they're like, ah, fuck it. What's $5? Okay. You know?
Interesting. Yeah. I was not familiar with that term.
No shit. Well, if you ever hear anybody talk about whales in terms of video gaming, they're talking about people with tons of money that just drop tons of money in like a video game that's like a free to play video game type shit, you know?
Gotcha. So like gotcha gamers are kind of whales.
Potentially. Like you've definitely got some whales playing those games. You know, if you ever come across a character that's like, you know, they have like the most insane gear and you're like, how the fuck? They probably have no life. And it's like, no, they probably have tons of money that they're just dropping hundreds and hundreds without even thinking about it. Yeah, and no life. Crazy. Get a life, you rich bastards.
That's gonna be me one day. That's such a derogatory term.
What, a whale? Mm-hmm. You can call a fat person a whale, and they wouldn't like that very much.
It'd be like a double whammy. Imagine they're fat and they spend a lot of money on their games. Good lord. You're being extra. What do they call it? Extra.
Derogatory? Extra. You just said
derogatory.
It. Let's just say that. But there were also some folks speculating that the other game that, you know, where did they say some others that will be announcing soon shit? Some folks speculating that could be a Hunger Games Battle Royale type game. Cool idea, but not for me.
No, me neither. I don't know if that would do well enough unless... Because you're competing against so many others already.
True.
And they're basically copying off of you.
Right. But it's got the Hunger Games name attached to it, and if they do it right, they put enough resources into it. I can see it being cool, but, you know, I'm not into that type of shit, so, you know, in terms of those three, John Wick, sounds dope. Saw, maybe. Hunger Games Battle Royale, fuck off.
Nah, not for me.
All right, let's move on to the release radar, my brother.
Let's go to the release radar. Number 1, IO Interactive recently announced that 007 First Light has been delayed from its original March 27th launch to May 27th, 2026. CEO Hakan Abrak stated the extra 2 months are to further polish and refine the experience in order to meet the team's high-quality standards. 007 First Light is planned to release on PC, PS5, Xbox Series X and S, and Switch 2.
Cue the Miyamoto quote.
Yeah. Games are bad. Gaming is bad.
I've wasted my life. Fuck everything or something like that.
Fantastic quote. Thank you, Miyamoto-san.
Yeah. As always, I'm personally cool with the delay. You know.
Me too. Especially if it's too Polish.
To polish the game.
To polish and refine some gaming. Every time I see that word, bro, I always want to say Polish.
Yeah, you should just say Polish. I'll capitalize it from here on out so you do say Polish.
So it's a noun.
Yeah, to further polish that shit.
Not a verb, a noun.
Put a little kielbasa on that.
A little kielbasa. But anyway, Polska. Yeah, delay is good. Hopefully it's a good change.
Yeah, hopefully. I'm still optimistic for this game.
For some refinements, yeah.
Yeah. I'm like, the more I see about it, I'm not sure if it'll be a day one buy or take precedence over anything else. But, you know, I still like me some 007. And this game looks pretty rad from what I've seen. But it's just, the more I see about it, the less I'm like, I need that shit. I'm more kind of like, all right, we'll see. We'll see. Either way, take your time, IO.
Yeah, you're keeping your expectations reasonable.
Yeah. Trying to.
All right, take me there, Tony.
Number 2, series producer Motoi Okamoto, I hope I said that right, has officially established a goal to release one Silent Hill title per year via remakes and original stories. To sustain this cadence, Konami is moving beyond its traditional American setting to explore global folklore. I'm underwater when I'm saying this. Explore global folk. I'm not trying
Jesus,
again.
You really
I'm
are.
moving on. There's like 40 L's in there. What am I supposed to say? Explore global folklore. Say that.
Settings to explore global folklore. Holy shit, you're right. That is
right?
a bit tough.
It's
That's
like
a tongue twister.
I hate it.
Folklore, global
Right? Right. Explore global folklore. Fuck off. With Okamoto specifically citing potential future projects set in Russia, Italy, and South Korea. The transition is already well underway following the September 25th launch of Silent Hill F, which brought the series to 1960s Japan. The roadmap continues with Silent Hill Townfall being developed by Screenburn, currently targeting a March 26th release, and a Silent Hill 1 remake developed by Bloober Team, scheduled for 2027.
Interesting. Townfall. I haven't heard of it.
Yeah, it's just a teaser. It's just a teaser. So if it's going to actually come out in March, they're going to probably be showing a lot more of it pretty soon, huh?
We don't know anything about this one, do we? Like time, place, like setting,
Yeah,
theme?
from what I've seen, it was just the teaser. I didn't look to see if maybe, you go to their website, they give you a little breakdown. I have no idea. But that little part where he says one a year kind of gave me pause. I really hope they don't mean annual in the same way that, Assassin's Creed and Call of Duty meant it.
Oh, yeah. That would get me flaccid so quickly.
Yeah.
I'd rather them just take their time.
Yeah.
Please just take your time.
Yeah. Yeah. Like, hopefully they mean something like fans should expect a new Silent Hill game every year for the next 3 to 4 years. But after that, take it down a notch. Don't run the fucking series into a landfill. It's like a long lost friend or relative that you have fond memories of, and then all of a sudden they show back up after a really long time away, but now they won't leave you the fuck alone or give you any space or any time to miss them again. Mm-hmm. Don't be like that, Silent Hill. Like, people have missed you. I've never been a player of the games. Apparently I'm missing out, so I'm going to get around to those at some point. But still, tons and tons of people so excited to see Silent Hill show back up. Don't fuck it up. Don't make it an annual thing, man. Like, just for a few years and then go away again. Take breaks. It's cool. No one's going to hate you for it, I promise.
I agree wholeheartedly with you, Tony. You know what would be a great setting for a Silent Hill game?
Tell me.
In the Appalachian Mountains.
Why specifically?
In America, because of all like the cryptids and shit and all the lore behind the Appalachian Mountains, the skinwalkers and shit.
Do they have all that kind of folklore? Folklore.
Yeah, down in Appalachia, East Coast, I think.
So they had skinwalkers. They also do like the Wendigos and all that stuff. Is that that pop up around there?
Exactly.
Oh, cool. Okay. Yeah, that'd be fucking sweet, dude.
That would.
I don't even know what kinds of shit Russia, Italy, and South Korea have in there. I'm not gonna say folklore again, ever again. That's the last time. Yeah, that's really interesting. Whatever they do, that sounds cool. Just don't make it every year.
Yeah.
Please, for the sake of Christ.
To it.
For the sake of baby Jesus.
Jesus. Oh, I forgot to talk about the Rosca. Fuck. I forgot to mention it.
What is a Rosca? I have no idea. Please tell me.
Thank you for putting me in place. On top of New Year's and Christmas a week, the first week into January, Hispanics celebrate something called La Rosca, which is like it's a celebration of Jesus's birth when the wise kings like found him. And so you eat this like bread that has like these baby Jesus in them. 3 little baby Jesus that are like planted inside the bread, and you can't tell where they are at all, but you cut like your portion of it and you like eat, and you're all like at the table eating it together, and so your objective for this game is to, if you notice you have the baby Jesus, you try to sneak that little fucker out of the bread and try to hide him, because if you get the baby Jesus, you have to cook in February tamales again.
You keep saying Jesus like every single time.
It's because I know you like it.
We recently developed the term Jesus for multiple Jesuses.
Yeah, because Jesuses just doesn't sound okay. It doesn't sound okay.
Jesus.
It sounds like it's a sin against God. So Jesus is the plural of Jesus. So yeah, there's 3 little baby Jesus in the bread, and like.
But if you find the one Jesus out of the multiple Jizai, then you have to cook tamales. Okay, so it's a curse to find him.
The 3 people have to work together to make the tamales.
Oh, I gotcha.
Yeah, so it's a joint effort. It's not just the one.
I see. But it's still a curse to find Jesus.
Yes.
Nice little spin on that, huh?
Yeah, you try to some people like hide them. Some people just straight up eat Jizai.
They eat all 3 of them.
They take a bite out of the bread and they just they notice there's something hard in this bread and it's like.
It turns out it was one of their teeth.
Yeah, right.
They still have Jesus in there hidden somewhere. Christ.
But yes, thank you for mentioning the Rosca. That was supposed to be at the beginning of the show, but I completely forgot about it.
I've never heard of that. But what do you say we move on?
Let's move this Rosca down to this week's releases.
Please.
All right, on January 9th, we've got Jizai, Pathologic 3 by Ice Pick Lodge, coming out for PC. Then we've got Spear by Polyhedric, coming out for Xbox Series X and S. Also available on Game Pass for Essential, Premium, and Ultimate subscribers. Next on the same day, we've got Hero Seekers by Vanguard, coming out for PC, PlayStation 5, PlayStation 4, Xbox Series X and S, Xbox One, Switch, also available on Game Pass for Essential, Premium, and Ultimate subscribers. Take it away, Tony.
January 10th, Code Violet by Team Kill Media comes out to PS5. It was delayed from its initial November release date, in case that sounds familiar.
Good on them. And then January 12th, we've got Quarantine Zone, The Last Check by Brigada Games, coming out for PC. And then we've got Big Hops on the same day by Luckshot Games, coming out for PC, PlayStation 5, and the Switch.
And then on January 13th, we've got Temirana, The Lucky Princess and the Tragic Knights by Idea Factory, all caps. Idea Factory! Nice. Coming out for Switch. And then Hytale by Hypixel Studios launches into early access on PC via the official Hytale launcher, not on Steam as of right now.
What? And then January 14th, we've got Street Dog BMX by Us Games coming out for PC.
That's how it's spelled, man. And then January 15th, we've got Animal Crossing, the New Horizons Switch 2 edition by Nintendo, coming to Switch 2, obviously. Cassette Boy by Wonderland Kazakiri, published by Pocket Pair. I wanted to throw that in there because I thought you'd,
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, it might catch your attention there. Coming out for PC, PS5, PS4, Xbox Series X and S, Xbox One, and Switch. The Legend of Heroes Trails Beyond the Horizon by Nihon Falcom. Coming out for PC, PS5, PS4, Switch 2, and Switch. Did I have those backwards? No, I didn't. And Craftlings by Ariano Games, coming out for PC. Disco Simulator by Games Incubator, coming out for Xbox Series X and S. It's also available on Game Pass for Ultimate subscribers. That's everything releasing this week. A quick note that Code Violet was that one that we mentioned in a previous episode that had dinosaurs and a mega sexualized protagonist, and the developers that didn't want to put the game on PC because they didn't want people making mega sexualized mods for her. Yeah. It made no sense.
That was it?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
There was also that warning from folks on the interwebs against buying this game before seeing reviews. Apparently, this same studio put out some abysmal dog shit in the past, so don't think with your dick on this one, guys.
Gotcha.
Don't just buy it because of ass.
And tits.
Ass and tits.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Keep your Polska in your britches.
That's right.
Wait for reviews.
Right. That's right. If you ask me, out of all these, I think Street Dog BMX looks pretty dope. It reminds me of the old PS2 Matt Hoffman BMX game. Do you remember that one? Came out around the same time as the Tony Hawk games. They dropped Matt Hoffman BMX. It was pretty fun. Excuse me. Also, that one I mentioned being published by Pocket Pair, Cassette Boy. That one looks really cool. Very reminiscent of Fez, if you ask me. Do you remember that one? Fez?
Fez, I do remember.
Yeah.
You've caught my ear with this one, Cassette Boy.
Yeah, that one looks pretty cool, man. Very, very cool. And since Mr. Phil Poisson bailed out on making Fez 2, what?
What did you call me?
Yeah, what the fuck?
Phil?
Yeah.
Phil
yeah.
what?
Poisson. It's French for fish. That's why everybody calls him Phil Fish. Phil Fish.
That's funny. I like that.
Yeah, it's a nice. I like it. I dig it. Phil Poisson.
So he dipped out from Fez 2, you said?
Yeah. People were they were being fucking assholes to him. I don't know. I wasn't. I was kind of on the outside of that, but I remember seeing him like kind of throwing his hands up and saying, fuck this. You people don't deserve my game. Fuck you all. And he just ran off into the sunset. So.
Never did anything with it since.
He was in active development for Fez 2 apparently, and he just said, fuck you people. You're all a bunch of cocksuckers. Out. I'm out. Rode off into the sunset. And so maybe Cassette Boy is where it's at if you want more Fez-like gameplay, because that's what it looks like to me. I don't know. Maybe I'm
a spiritual successor.
Maybe, yeah. Since Phil Fish ain't making it, somebody's gotta. And
no sir, no more fish for Phil.
That's right. He's off to go fishing.
Tell me about the freebie forecast, Tony.
Let's do it. All right, this week on Epic Game Store, Styx, Shards of Darkness by Cyanide Studio is going to be free. The write-up says, and there's a little, I don't know if this is proper English, so correct me if I'm making a fuss out of nothing, but like I always say, I copy and paste these directly from the Epic Game Store, typos and all. So it says, Styx returns in a new stealth adventure. Explore and master huge open environments, sneak past or assassinate new enemies and bosses, and experiment with the new array of lethal abilities and weapons in our Goblin Assassin's arsenal. It doesn't actually sound like a typo. It just like, or not a typo, but like a fuck up. Yeah, in experiment with the new array. I would probably change that to with, since this is a known series apparently, and this is a new entry with let's see, an experiment with. No, it makes sense. I'm making a fuss out of nothing. Don't listen to me. It makes sense.
I think A would also work there, wouldn't it?
I think A would work with a new array of lethal abilities.
To me, that sounds a little bit better.
It does, but who the fuck am I? That's not my game, so whatever. The works too. So yeah, sorry guys. Cyanide Studios. Didn't mean to roast you or try to roast you for a second there. I ended up, eating shit, falling right on my face. All right. Anyways, Xbox Game Pass. Toddler
Xbox
stance.
Game Pass, January 6th. Brews and Bastards by Drakkar Studio coming for PC, Premium, and Ultimate. Same day, we've got Little Nightmares Enhanced Edition by How do you say that? Tarsier?
Tarsier, yeah. Tarsier. Yeah.
Tarsier Studios coming for PC, Premium, and Ultimate. Then January 7th, we've got Atomfall by Rebellion coming to Premium and Ultimate subscribers. Same day, we've got Lost in Random, The Eternal Die by Thunderful coming to Premium and Ultimate subscribers. Next, we've got Rematch by V-Blank Entertainment coming to Premium and Ultimate subscribers. And again, on the same day, we've got Warhammer 40,000 Space Marine Mastercraft Edition by Saber Interactive coming to Premium and Ultimate. Excuse me. Then January 8th, we've got Final Fantasy 1 Pixel Remaster by Square Enix coming to PC, Premium, and Ultimate subscribers. January 13th, Star Wars Outlaws by Massive Entertainment. Massive. Coming to PC and Ultimate subscribers. And then January 15th, oh my god, I can't believe it, My Little Pony, A Zephyr Heights Mystery by Drakkar Studio coming to PC, Premium, and Ultimate. I'm going to resubscribe to Game Pass, bro. Just for My Little Pony, A Zephyr Heights Mystery.
Oh, man. Yeah.
I have to.
Yeah. Fucking. I told you he's a brony. I told you he is.
I'm not a brony, bro. I swear to God. Holy shit, this looks cursed.
This game makes me hurt you.
This game looks cursed. Never
I haven't even looked it up.
Subscribe. It looks cursed.
Yeah.
All right, tell me about PlayStation. Let's forget about this. Tell me about PlayStation Plus.
Okay, let's move on, please. Available since January 6th, which is 2 days ago. You have Need for Speed Unbound by Criterion Games for PS5 owners. Epic Mickey Rebrushed by Purple Lamp Studios for PS4 and PS5 owners. And Core Keeper by Pugstorm for PS4 and PS5 owners. Yeah, I heard Epic Mickey Rebrushed is a very underrated platformer. So
yeah,
haven't played it, but that's what I hear. Is
that a remake of the original?
Yeah. I think it was on the Wii. I think it was on the Wii.
Yeah.
Yeah. So or around that era, I guess. Maybe it wasn't exclusive to the Wii, but that's where I remember it being advertised the most.
Yeah.
So.
I remember. Yeah, I do remember growing up. I saw a bunch of commercials for that game. Never got it though.
Yeah, heard good things about it. For anybody who cares, you know.
All right, and on the Nintendo Switch Online side, on January 14th, sorry, excuse me, Jesus Christ, I already fucked up. Being added to Nintendo Switch Online Plus expansion pack, Donkey Kong 64 by Rare, and Wario Land 4 by Nintendo. You believe that shit? 64. DK64 by Rare.
DK64, what up? Yeah, months. I want to say months ago we talked about that leak, and I was kind of wondering. I was like, where the fuck is that? Where's that coming?
Yeah, there it is.
There it is, in all its fucking glory. Are you gonna check it out? Cause wait, you played 64, didn't you, or no? Cause I know I haven't.
I don't. If I did, I only played the very beginning of the game. Because I do have some recollection of there being a shit-eating monkey that would like throw oranges and shit at you.
You might be.
I think I did.
Wait, you might be thinking of Banjo-Kazooie, because it was a monkey.
That's Banjo-Kazooie. Yeah, because there's a...
He was throwing oranges at you, and they splat and all that stuff. Yeah. That was Banjo-Kazooie.
No, that was Banjo-Kazooie. My bad. Excuse me.
So, yeah, maybe you haven't played this one yet. I haven't either. Whatever. But that's cool.
Yes.
So cool.
We need Nintendo to buy Rare again. Just reconquer them.
Yeah. What are we going to do otherwise? Oh, yeah. You missed that.
We're gonna listen to the Super Mario Galaxy 2 soundtrack. Because it will also be added to the Nintendo Music app.
Oh, yeah, while you play some Donkey Kong 64.
Exactly.
What are you playing, Oscar Warrior?
Let me tell you, Tony.
Please.
Sony was having sales for the holidays. Mm-hmm. And so I picked up 6 games for the price of $60, $10 each.
Jesus
roughly.
Christ. Jesus.
I picked up Control, Alan Wake Remastered, and Alan Wake 2 Remastered.
Well, 2 isn't remastered.
Or was 2 not remastered? Yeah, then Alan Wake 1 Remastered, and then Alan Wake 2. Because you and I shook hands that if you played Xenoblade Chronicles, the first one, Definitive Edition for the Nintendo Switch, I would play Control.
Here you are, keeping your word.
And here I am. Here am I. Keeping my word. I don't know how many hours I'm into the game already. But on top of those 3 games, sorry, before I move on, I got Monster Hunter Stories 1 and 2 because the 3rd game looks really good and I'm kind of excited to play it. And I also got Monster Hunter Rise because I want to see how that plays on the... I only ever played it originally on the Switch. Okay. I want to see how it plays on the PS5.
Very cool.
Yeah, and I know it's on Steam, but I don't play that much on my computer anymore, so I figured I'd just get it for the PS5 since I'm already playing Control there.
Fuck yeah, dude.
Yeah. So yeah, 6 games for $60. But let me tell you about Control.
Awesome. Yes, please. Please, I'm excited to hear this.
Control is a confusing game.
It sure is.
It's incredibly confusing. I have no idea what's going on. I'm getting lost constantly. But it's awesome. It's honestly really fucking fun. The game, like the gunplay is amazing. I love that you get like a weapon that can change. It can morph into different weapons. Normally it's like a single fire like pistol, but you can change it into like a little shotgun pistol thingy with like a widespread, but it does a fuck ton of damage. That thing has got to be my favorite thing by far. Because I just love like, what is it? What do they call it? The scatter?
Yeah, the scatter shot, yeah.
Yeah, I love the scatter shot. It's so cool.
Or I think just the scatter. I think you're right, yeah.
Yeah, because my favorite strategy in that game is to just run, like hide behind stuff and run up as close to these infected workers, like as close as possible, and just fucking blow their brains out, basically. The ability you get to like pick stuff up and like throw it is so fun. I find myself doing that in a panic, but also very strategic as well. Because it's like, you use it to counter enemies with shields, because if you try to like chip away at the shield with the gun, it doesn't do very much, right? But if you like pick something heavy up and throw it at them, it'll either outright kill them in just one go, even with the shield, or it'll completely remove the shield, and then that way you can chip at them with the gun. I love that. It's so satisfying.
Oh yeah. And did you notice that if there's nothing around you for Jessie to pick up, she'll just grab a chunk of like the wall or something? Oh, I love that shit.
Yeah, she'll rip out chunks of concrete from the wall or like the floor.
So cool.
I did notice that. That was really fun. The story is really confusing because there's just a lot of information kind of being thrown at you. And Jessie is an interesting character. I don't know what this is yet, but she has sort of like a subconscious like entity or being that like talks to her, but you can't hear it. You can only hear her responses to it.
Yeah.
But it's almost as if she's having a conversation with herself, but there is she it's not her mind. It's actually something separate because she has I don't know if she has a name for it, but she refers to it as almost as if it's a person or a thing.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. No, you're absolutely right. You're all over that shit, brother.
Yes. And it's really interesting playing as Jessie, like being the main character. She seems to be very special for some reason, but it's almost as if she doesn't want to be in that position, but she has to be to find her brother, which is stated pretty early on in the game. Like that's kind of her main goal, you know, going to this location, is she's looking for her brother. And she's kind of she's thrust into this position of power, essentially, that she doesn't want to be in, but she's like, hey, you know what? If it helps me find my brother, I'm okay with it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just, it's really fun. At first, when I first started playing it, I was so confused. I kind of like, it was slow for me a little bit. I'm not going to lie.
Yeah.
And I'm the type of player that likes to kind of move back and forth between rooms to like look for secrets and stuff, which I am actively doing. But the game was very slow, but at the beginning, but it very quickly ramps up in story and in difficulty fighting the enemies. That's something I realized very quickly. You can't just go guns blazing on those guys. You have to be strategic about how you fight them using your abilities and, you know, crouching, running, jumping, and eventually you unlock an ability that lets you dodge as well. And
did you already unlock that?
I have both of those abilities, yeah.
And did you say the shield too? The shield? Oh, fuck yeah, dude.
Yeah.
Where she like picks up the ground around her and shit. It's so fucking cool.
It's so cool.
Love that.
Dude, it's so cool. Yeah, and you have to be very strategic about how you fight the hiss. That's the main bad.
Yeah.
The bad force is the hiss. It's like it's a hive mind virus that infects like the people working at the Federal Bureau of Control. That's the building that you're in, and I'm assuming that's where the entire like story takes place, is within that one building, because it's trippy, bro. Like the rooms change like behind you. That's something I noticed very quickly about the game, is I was trying to backtrack and I was like, wait a minute, this shit changed on me. I can't go back. There was a hallway behind me, but now it's a wall. And I was like, bro, what the fuck? Like I wanted to go back and look if there were any like secrets, but I guess not. I got cock blocked.
Yeah. Have you been reading the documents at all?
No, I've been collecting them though.
Some of them are pretty funny. Like, 'cause they're all very professional, but some of them are just goofy as hell. Like I really appreciate. And there's a lot of redacted stuff, but later as the game progresses, if you go back and read some of the older stuff, you'll probably be able to fill in the blanks of what they're trying to say. It's pretty interesting like that. But once you're done with the game, if you like it enough to see it through, I'll send you a video that explains everything that happened, like beat for beat kind of thing, and it's so fucking cool, man. Oh, I love it.
Please
love
do.
it so much.
Because I'm kind of getting it. Like as I progress through the game, I'm like understanding a little bit more of what's going on around me. The one thing that still confuses me though is the entity that speaks to Jessie, as well as what the board is and why they speak so.
The board,
yeah, because the board is like this other. Because once you pick up like your weapon, you become like the new director of the Federal Bureau of Control, and again, that happens very early on in the game, so I don't think I'm spoiling anything.
No.
So you become the director pretty early on in the game, and that's kind of how you start unlocking your powers. But as soon as you become the director, you kind of have like this avatar link to whoever the previous director was, which I think his name was
Trench.
Forgot his first name, but it was something.
I think it's
French.
like Zach or Zachariah.
Yeah, Zachariah Trench. Thank you.
I got you, brother.
Oh, I gotta adjust these. But yeah, his name is Zachariah Trench, and you have like this avatar, not like Avatar, like the fucking Alien movie, but like Avatar is in like Avatar: The Last Airbender. You have this avatar link with Trench, and he's like, he can communicate with you, but being the director, you're also, something's communicating you from like another plane called the astral plane, and that's the board, and I guess they control everything. I don't know.
Yeah, you're all over that shit, bro. You're getting it.
And they're like,
get it.
They're like a pyramid thingy in the astral plane. Like whenever they speak, they always show this black, like upside down pyramid, and that's kind of like the symbol of the game too. Like if you look at the logo of the game, that's what it is. It's just an upside down pyramid, and you see that everywhere in the game. And then the hiss are kind of like whenever the hive mind is trying to infect something, or you see it infecting something, it gives you a cutscene of like a little. It kind of looks like water that's been stained red, almost. I don't want to say like blood because it doesn't look as thick as blood, but it's like water that's been stained red. But I don't know what that could symbolize. I'm trying to figure it out in my head.
You are supposed to be confused. I just want you to know that but you're confused in the right way. Like you're asking the right questions. You're curious about the right things, and the questions that you have and the things that are lingering on your mind, they will be revealed to you throughout the game. So
okay.
Yeah.
And that's something I actually really enjoy about the game is I hated it at first at the very beginning. I was like, oh my God, this game is just,
what have I done?
It's confusing the hell out of me. And then, but as you like progress with all the cutscenes and everything, as Jesse's kind of interacting with like all the different, with all the different workers inside the Bureau of Control, you're kind of starting to piece things together because they're giving you, obviously they have more knowledge of what's going on. So you start like piecing things together. And, I'm meeting more characters that work directly. Or I guess they're administrators, that work in like the different sectors of the building. And so they have more knowledge and they kind of explain more things to me as well. Like Jesse, what was her name? No, not Jesse. Hope.
Emily. Right, yeah, Emily Pope.
Emily Hope, yeah. And then I just met Marshall, I want to say.
Okay, I remember Marshall very vaguely. It's been a hot minute.
She's kind of like the military lady, almost.
Okay, yeah. I know what you're talking about. I think so, yeah.
And then Ati, I love Ati. He's cryptic.
Yeah,
he's
Ati's
cryptic
great.
as fuck. I don't know what language he's speaking. Is that a real language?
Yeah, they're all. I think it's a Swedish-born video game, and if you look up the name Ati in Swedish mythology and stuff, it makes sense. Yeah, it's really cool. It's really cool. Yeah, you can figure out exactly who he is in the game world if you look up his name in tandem with Swedish history or Swedish folklore. I guess that's folklore. I said I was never going to say that again. Yeah, mythology. Yeah, it's pretty interesting shit.
Yeah, I like Ati. He's very cryptic.
Yeah, he's great.
He's a funny fella.
Yeah. Everybody loves Ati.
I assume he just swears under his breath every now and then. But he's a nice chap. I like him. He's a good bloke.
Yeah, he's very cool, and dude, I'm like holding myself back from telling you things. I'm just like, I want to tell him so bad,
which I appreciate. I got pretty far into the game. I started yesterday, and like I'm a good bit through. Because you know how like PSN will tell you how far you've made it through a game, like how far you've progressed with like that percentage.
Yeah,
apparently I'm 30% of the way.
Nice, very nice. Yeah, so the last power that you unlocked was the dash and the shield?
I believe it was the shield. No, sorry. So it was the shield, and then I just locked the ability to mind control.
Yes, I forgot about that one.
Yeah, because
some like weakened hiss.
Yeah, the weakened hiss. Thank you. Yeah, if their health bar is like a certain amount below, you can like change them to help you.
Fuck.
Which I really like. I love that ability because they'll take aggro for you, and it kind of gives you the chance to run around and maybe collect some of the healing items that are on the floor.
Yeah.
For the mods, I love the mod system in that game. By the way, I didn't talk about that. That shit's cool.
I
like that. I like that it's just RNG and like I can find really good mods just randomly in the world and make my weapons just so much better. Or Jesse. Like, because you can have like weapon mods or like personal mods, they call them, which just kind of enhance Jesse's either her abilities or her stats, like her health and energy and stuff.
Yeah.
I usually opt to go for health because I think it keeps me alive longer. I haven't stopped using this one since I got it, but it's the one where it increases a percentage of the health that you get back for every one of those little cubes that you pick up for health. So like a lot of the time what I'm doing is my fighting strategy is either to sneak up on them and like kill them. But now I can go guns blazing a little bit, because if I kill them fast enough, I can just stand in the middle of all of them, and as I'm killing them, they're dropping more and more health. So I'm just like keeping myself alive infinitely, killing more and more of these guys. But I really enjoy that because it gives you so much variety in play style with how you want to play the game, you know? So like if you want to be all sneaky about it, you can. Or if you want to go guns blazing like me, you can. Or if you want to have like the most accurate weapon and only go for headshots, that's also something that you can do. Yeah. You know, there's a little bit of something for everybody with like the gunplay and everything.
For sure. And later on in the game, if you continue playing, do you think you'll continue playing it?
Absolutely.
You'll come across a section. Okay, cool. I'm sorry. I was just gonna say you'll come across a section, and when you do, you'll know what I'm talking about. I think that's my favorite part of the whole game. It's like I almost didn't want to beat it because I wanted to be able to just jump back and do that again. It was so cool. I'm curious to see if you'll get that same feeling from it because it was fucking sick. Fucking sick. Oh, I love it.
I'll let you know when I get there.
Yeah, I think you'll know exactly what I'm talking about when you get there. Oh, shite.
Good. It's okay. I know you want to like like your favorite game ever, bro. You just want to like tell me about everything.
No, it's cool. Sure. I can keep it in. But yeah, hopefully we can geek out about it at some point in the future. Yeah. For now, I'm stoked that you're enjoying it. Yeah, the gameplay, the combat, it just, in my opinion, just keeps getting better and better. I love the combat in that game.
Honestly, it just keeps getting way.
Yeah, you still got more awesome shit to unlock. So excited to hear what you think.
I can't wait.
Yeah.
Right, bro, tell me about Xenoblade, please.
Yes, I'm playing Xenoblade Chronicles Definitive Edition on the Switch, the OG Switch. Yeah, overall, I'm really enjoying this. I'm playing it on casual. I wrote down some notes. I'll probably bring that up again, but let me pull out mine. Okay, let's start with the world and story. So the story takes place on a downed Titan. There are colonies all over it. You see the peaceful existence of like one such colony, and they're suddenly attacked by a machine race known as the Mechon, and the Mechon are seemingly invulnerable to any damage, but there's one sword known as the Monado that can actually hurt them. And the main mystery lies in how your character Shulk, which I like to call him She-Hulk, is able to wield this sword, because it fucks up anyone that touches it, but he's not affected that same way. So that's one of the main mysteries so far. There's also the mystery of the faced Mechon, who they seem to be like sentient and have goals and shit outside of, like, it just separates them from the other machines. The other ones seem just like drones that are just doing what they're told, kind of thing. And your mission as of right now is to find and kill those fuckers of mothers. So that's where that's what I got for the story. There was this one scene early on in the game. I'm just gonna call it the treasure the gift of life. That's the scene I'm calling it. It was between Shulk and a character named Dunban. That was pretty great. I really liked that scene. There was this area called the Satoral Marsh. If you can recall, that one is beautiful. There was like bioluminescence surrounding everywhere. It was gorgeous. The environment where you meet Lady Melia was so fucking cool. Wide open greenery, and there was this massive tree off in the distance. Yeah, really beautiful. For an older game, it looks beautiful. I can't imagine like I'd like to see a side-by-side comparison between the original release and the definitive edition, because yeah, it's beautiful. The combat and the mechanics, let's see here. So I think that takes some getting used to, and the game frequently throws more mechanics and customization options at you, so it could get much deeper if you're looking for that. Like I said, I'm playing on casual so that I could just basically experience the story, but even so, you can't just breeze through combat situations like I was expecting. You can't just, turn off your fucking brain and expect to get anywhere. So combat is automated for the most part. You and your party members will attack whenever they're close enough to an enemy. You have agency over your character's special abilities, which whenever you use one, it requires a recharge. Depending on how powerful it is, it might take a little longer. You can also upgrade that to where it's a shorter recharge. You can guide your party in real time to do a couple of different things, like focusing all of their attacks on the same enemy. A come follow me, which was really helpful in this one area where we were fighting in one. It might have been the marsh I was talking about, but it was like a poisonous water that we were trudging through, and it was just chipping away at our health while things were trying to fight us. And I was running off into a little island to try to get out of that water, and my party was staying there fighting, and I was just like, nah, motherfuckers, follow me. And then they ran, I had to reload my save because they got fucking murdered out there, and I was just like, God damn you little bastards. And I was like, okay, this time follow me, and we're gonna get out of this fucking poisonous water area here, and then we're gonna fight them on some dry land. And yeah, that worked out really well. You can also tell them to attack at will, just fight whatever the fuck you want, so that's cool. And like I said, you can change that up in real time. Let's see. So combat, from what I've found, at its baseline, it consists mainly of breaking an enemy's defense, toppling them, and then fucking them up when they're down. That's the main idea.
I love that mechanic.
It's pretty cool. I really dig that. I thought it was funny when they introduced the mechanic of having to purge the Telethias of their aura before slapping that ass down. I don't know. They were like, yeah, we got to get rid of their aura. And I was just like, yeah.
They're aura farming, so you have to get rid of it. Because certain auras will do like certain things to you, like it'll give you a certain status debuff, or it'll straight up hurt you if you try to attack it. So you have to use, I think, one of the Monado arts, which removes the aura from the enemy, and then you can attack it like normal.
Yeah. I just I got a kick out of the verbiage because of all the the latest lingo in the world.
Lingo. Yeah.
So
Gen Z lingo.
Yeah, love it. So got to get rid of that aura, and then you got to kick that ass.
Yeah.
So there are tons of different enemy types. I'm constantly finding new enemies. There's tons of different items to find, loads of side missions. One of my only little gripes is that when you go and talk to somebody who has a mission for you, instead of saying like, hey, I have 4 different missions for you, let's highlight all of them and just accept them all at once, you have to you have to talk to them. Once you're done talking to them and accept the mission, you'll still see the little icon over their head, and you got to talk to them again, and then again, and then again, and then again, until you accept all their missions. I really wish that was a little more streamlined in this definitive edition. Just like, let me accept them all at once. That'd be awesome. Very minor gripe, very, very minor. One of my favorite things about the side missions is that most of them don't require you to go back to the quest giver in order to give the rewards, because I would get so lost so fast because of how many there are. So if somebody gives you a quest to go grab some items, you grab the items, boom, quest done. You get all your rewards right then and there. As soon as you grab that last item, there's no, okay, now I got to travel back to this place to talk to this person again. None of that shit. So it's very, very rare you have to do that, which I very much appreciate. I love that. I wish more games would do that. Yeah, I think you can tell by how I was talking about the environment and everything. The game is very impressive in terms of optimization. Yeah, it seems like it's running at a steady 30. It never feels like it dips. The longest load time is the initial loading screen, but even that's only like maybe fucking 20 seconds. The music is dope. I can see myself listening to the soundtrack while I'm sculpting or doing chores or something. Yeah, beautiful music. Love that. The movement through the world is probably the one thing that I wish I can change a little bit. For me, I got really excited when I found that there was this buggy that you come across earlier in the game, and I was thinking, oh shit, I'm gonna be cruising around. But that turned out to be some false hope right there. So don't get your hopes up with that buggy like I did. If you're playing this for the first time, the buggy is a lie. You're going to be walking everywhere.
Just like the cake is a lie.
Exactly. So that was a little disappointing, because even you mentioned getting some gems to help boost up your speed a little bit. I had those. I didn't even realize I had them.
Those are mandatory, bro. Because I think the highest you can get it up to is like 25% like speed boost, but it makes a significant difference.
Yeah, it still feels like I can go a little faster. I think I have those. I checked and I was like, oh, I already have the speed boost. All right, whatever.
Use them.
So that's they give you the auto run ability, like you can just hit a button and he'll auto run, and then you can just kind of like move your joystick left to right or forward to just kind of like guide him in the right direction, and he'll just move automatically. But yeah, the movement's a little slow. I understand why they want to do that. Because of how beautiful the environment is. If you move any faster than the maximum speed, it probably, you'll probably see some issues popping up. But so I get it. It's just, when you're in a new area, moving around is a bit of a slog, but it gives you plenty of time to go around and slap some asses. And, get some combat situations going on. So there's that.
And at least they put a pretty good amount of detail into the world around you. Like you were mentioning the Satoral Marsh, like, especially because there's day-night cycles, so the environments change in the day and the night. A Satoral Marsh at night, bro, is unbelievably beautiful.
Yeah, so cool, dude. Yeah, and also once you discover landmarks and stuff, you can freely fast travel between them, which for the first few hours of the game, I purposely didn't do any fast traveling, mainly because I thought it was gonna give me a loading screen, and because I'm kind of just conditioned to think that fast travel equals loading, especially on a Switch. It's instantaneous. There's no loading at all, which was so impressive. So if I ever need to get back somewhere or need to go somewhere I've already been, I fast travel every time, man. It's awesome. It's instant. So I really appreciate that. There was this one moment I thought it was hilarious. I was like level 14, I want to say, and I saw this big ass creature just roaming this open area, and I was like, I'm gonna go whoop this motherfuckers. And then I targeted it, and I saw that it was like level 81, and I just turned my ass around and went on my merry way.
Like, nope, not for me.
No, I was ready to fucking throw down, and this, like, as soon as I targeted him, he was like level 81, red bar on his name, and I was like, nope. I'm gonna come back for you later.
Did they ever teach you, or were you going to mention the thing about how the health system works?
The health system,
or not the health? Sorry, the level system.
Not too sure what you mean. Please go ahead. Enlighten me, because I'm like level 32. So
in Xenoblade Chronicles, if there are enemies that are like, I believe the way it goes is if they're 5 levels above you, the bar for their health changes a certain color. I think it's like yellow, because then that means they're a bit stronger than you, but you should be able to manage a fight with them. If it's red, you absolutely cannot manage a fight with them. Blue is like right where you want to be, like that's an easy fight. And then I think anything less than the blue is like 5 levels below.
Just trivial.
It's like it turns like brown, or like no color at all, and so it's like, yeah, you just enter the fight and you immediately kill this thing.
Yeah.
But if you fight something with a yellow bar or a red bar, you are at a disadvantage because they are stronger, but they also have a buff in place because of the level differential.
Okay. Yeah, I don't remember them saying anything about that, and I didn't even notice that. I just automatically saw if somebody was like, okay, I'm level 32, this guy's level 35, that should be a good fight, or 36, 37. But yeah, once if their name bar was fucking red, I would just automatically know, okay, that's a slaughter waiting to happen. Let's just turn around.
And it is a slaughter, but not because they're like maybe a couple levels higher than you. It's because they actively have a buff so they can fuck you up.
Okay, yeah, I'll keep that in mind. But I think
that's good game design.
At some point, I would like to go back to those early stages, and like that level 81 guy, I want to mop the floor with him at some point.
Fuck him up. Hell
maybe
yeah,
when I'm
dude.
in the mid 70s or something, we'll see.
Yeah, give it a shot.
Yeah, I think I will. But yeah, I love it every single time. Every single time Ryan goes like, let's not lose our heads though. I get such a kick out of that.
I gotta do this every time. It's Ryan time.
Oh yeah, now it's Ryan time. Yeah, I fucking love that shit.
I fucking love Ryan.
Like, what a bunch of jokers.
The best character in any Xenoblade game, hands down.
Yeah, I really like that guy. He's hilarious, and yeah, it's total fucking anime trope. Like you got the little more. He looks weaker, but he's not. He's like the chosen character of the whole game kind of thing. And then he's got like his big, usually kind of like dim-witted, but like fucking muscle, super sweet, teddy bear kind of buddy. And yeah, that's like Ryan to the umpteenth degree, but he's hilarious. I actually like that character very much, and his relationship. Obviously, he's got a thing for Charla, and there's that dynamic between them. Like, she was recently caught off guard by how stupid he was, but it was like you can tell she finds it charming and stuff. It was pretty funny. Yeah. I really dig this game, and the way that the characters interact and everything. And I thought it was really funny. I wrote this down. I got finger wagged by an enemy early on in the game, and I thought of you immediately, and I got a really good chuckle out of that.
Actually, who?
Yeah, it was one of the ones with the face. It was
the Mechons?
Yeah, one of the faced Mechons. Like Shulk did something. It was hours and hours and hours ago, so I don't remember exactly. But yeah, with his little mechanical finger, he finger wagged my ass, and I was like, "You cocksucker,
you motherfucker,
you sucker of cocks, you bitch's son."
That's amazing. I didn't even notice that. I wonder.
Yeah, it was funny. It was very funny. But yeah, there's a wealth of content here, and I chose the casual setting because I know that you can easily sink 100+ hours into this game if you really wanted to. I usually don't like to spend 100 hours in a game. Usually, I like to see the story through and then move on. Especially if I'm planning on playing the second game, which I am. You said that's your favorite one, right? Out of all of them?
Yeah.
I definitely plan on playing that. So I know that 2026 is fucking stacked. So if I can't spend 100 hours in something, I gotta move on to something else. So, but yeah, just a heads up, if you're looking for a massive game with tons to do, plenty of depth and customization, interesting characters and story, and a very well optimized experience all around, this series is likely right up your alley.
Yeah.
I definitely plan to see the game through, and yeah, so I'm already considering buying the second one for later. Just not sure when I would get around to. But so far, I'm thoroughly enjoying Xenoblade Chronicles. Looking forward to playing more later on today, perhaps.
Good. And me with control.
Hell yeah. But yeah, I'm ready to move on to the news and rumor mill if you are.
Let's do it.
All right. Number 1, reports indicate Nintendo is introducing 16GB and 32GB cartridge options for the Switch 2 to reduce reliance on nobody's favorite game key cards, which are physical cases that only contain download codes, for anyone who didn't know. Previously, developers were restricted to expensive 64GB cards, forcing many to opt for GKCs to maintain margins. Publisher ININ Games inadvertently sparked the news by confirming its upcoming title, R-Type Dimensions 3, will feature a full physical cartridge thanks to these, I'm using air quotes for anybody just listening, recalculated production options. While ININ later issued a retraction stating Nintendo hasn't officially confirmed new sizes, insiders suggest these smaller cards are in production despite potential delays from the ongoing component. As someone who prefers physical games over digital, you must be pretty happy to hear this.
Yes, I think this is a much needed change on Nintendo then. It just doesn't make any sense why you wouldn't allow your developers to put their games physically, on your Switch console, especially if they're really wanting to. It's kind of ridiculous that you would have to have them pay a heftier price to buy the 64 gigabit card, and most of that space is probably not being utilized.
Yeah.
Imagine a 10 gigabit game on a 64 gigabit card. It doesn't make much sense.
Yeah, so then it just kind of forces them to opt for the key cards, basically.
For the key card, or just selling digitally only.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I prefer digital personally, but even so, I have a really hard time understanding the thought process behind, sell them a physical case with a digital code in it.
That's just heinous.
It is. I talked briefly to Patrick about that yesterday, and he brought up a pretty solid counter argument to that. Like, the idea of having a case in a physical store with your game's cover art on it. It's good to have that kind of presence in a physical store, because many people, like I often forget, many people don't stay so ingrained into the industry as you and I do, or other people do. A lot of people just go to the store to see what's new. They don't.
Oh, that makes a lot of sense.
So having that physical presence there, whether it's a little a case with a code in it or not, it could get your game into more minds and into more households that way. And I think that's a pretty valid argument, actually.
Yeah. the box art itself is its own advertisement, basically.
Exactly.
Is how that works. If you have that sitting on a shelf, somebody's more likely to buy that.
Yeah. So
But then
I like that.
That brings up another argument. Then should games cost less if they're digital? Should they still cost the full $70, $80 price tag that they're putting on it if you're not getting the physical disc or game cartridge?
Yeah, I mean,
I say they should be less.
Well, then the same argument could be said for games on Steam. You know, like why don't they have like a $10 discount at least for games that are $80 physically? You know what I mean? Like why? Mm-hmm. I think some of them do, because yeah, you're cutting out the middleman. There's no mass production cost to get your game on discs or anything to be on Steam. So why not give us a little discount? But I don't know. I think that's just per the developers or per the the publisher, I think, makes those decisions. So yeah. But yeah, it does kind of feel like it's a very slow transition into a digital only future for Nintendo. Maybe they were trying to ease their way into that with the game key cards, and it seems like enough people out there voice their opinion that that's some bullshit, and so now maybe Nintendo feels forced to make adjustments to not piss the world off.
Yeah, at least they got a lot of pushback from that.
Yeah, that's what it looks like to me. I might be wrong there, but yeah. This is definitely good news. Definitely good news if that's accurate.
But still a rumor.
Yeah, still
just a rumor.
Yeah.
Shall we move on to the next key point?
Yes, please. What do we got?
Number 2. Data miners recently discovered explicit references to Switch 2 within the files of Monster Hunter Wilds Title Update 4, which was released on December 16th. The leak includes text strings for a Switch 2 Upgrade Edition and dedicated DLSS presets tailored for the console. Most notably, the code contains UI references for local communication, allowing up to 4 players to hunt together in close proximity. Insiders speculate that the port may lower the NPC count and utilize DLSS to target a stable 30 FPS and 1080p dock. It would be really cool to see Monster Hunter Wilds on the Switch too. I think it could work, but only if Capcom really focuses on optimizing their game, because I know that's still a pretty big issue right now, especially with people on the lower spec hardware side. They just can't run the game. Yeah, they can't run the game at all.
Yeah, because I was actually going to ask you, I remember you were really excited about Wilds, and then you played it on you and then never really talked about it after that. Like what happened? Was it basically just an optimization issue on the PC that turned your attention elsewhere?
No, I think it's I think I just lost interest with it. Honestly, there was a lot of stuff coming out, so it moved my attention. So I just never got back into playing it. Although I will state, recently I have been in a very Monster Hunter mood. Like I picked up Monster Hunter Generations. I didn't pick it up. I had the game, but like picked it up in the sense that I started playing it again. I started playing Monster Hunter Generations Ultimate, which is, I believe, 4th gen Monster Hunter. So it's like you're playing older Monster Hunter when it was a bit more difficult because you didn't have some of the quality of life improvements that World gave players. In the sense that when you're fighting a monster, the way you would heal in World is you could drink your potion to heal as you were moving, and you could still dodge out of it, right? Mid heal, like drinking animation, you could dodge out of it. In older Monster Hunter titles, you're forced to stuff that like potion into your face. That's the animation. You stuff it into your face and then you flex. And so you're just standing there wide open and the monster's just like, I see you. And so this fucking ginormous Tyrannosaurus Rex just jumps from across the stage and lands right on top of you as you're like, so you have to be more strategic with how you do things.
Yeah.
So I've been playing that. Been in a really Monster Hunter mood, and then I want to play Monster Hunter Stories in preparation for the 3rd game.
Yeah, is that the one with the monsties? You little monsties.
Yeah, the monsties. That's what they call them. Yeah, you hatch little monsties from their eggs. They're so cute, bro.
Little monsties.
I played Stories 2 for a little bit on the Switch, which was probably not a good idea because it did not run well at all on the Switch. It was kind of shit. I really should have bought it on Steam or on PS5 instead. I'm a huge fan of Rise. Monster Hunter Rise, which is the one that came out on the Switch.
And you rebought it? Is this the second time you bought it? Because you got it on the PlayStation during that discount, right? That was the other one you got?
Yeah.
But
I played it originally on.
Oh, I'm sorry. When it comes to the Monster Hunter Wilds, like since you haven't played it since release, so does that kind of spark your curiosity since you're kind of in the mood for Monster Hunter games, just to see how it's evolved since release?
Yes.
There's been a lot of updates to it.
Yeah, I am interested in going back to it, especially since Title Update 4 added Gogmazios, which is a really cool monster within the Monster Hunter lore. It's one of the main like black dragons within the game, and the title Black Dragon means a lot because there's not many. Those are like walking calamities, if you could like attach a word or a phrase to it. Being a black dragon means that you bring disaster everywhere you go, like world-ending disaster, or and not world-ending, but civilization-ending disaster, essentially. Gotcha. So Gogmazios is kind of a big deal. From my research, what I've seen, they have been optimizing the game as they've been dropping these updates, and they will. So Title Update 4 is going to be their last major update for the game. Now they're going to go full steam into the expansion, which is kind of normal for Monster Hunter because Rise, base Rise was pretty good. It got some title updates, I think 5 in total, where they added 5 new monsters, maybe more. I can't remember exactly, but then they started work on Sunbreak, which is their expansion, which just expands the story and adds a whole new line of monsters to the game. And also improves on like some mechanics of the game as well. They'll add new moves and stuff for all 14 weapon types, and just different little things. Like in World, I remember they added the hook shot, and that was the most broken mechanic in the game because I remember you would throw your hook and you would like pull yourself to the monster, and then you could weaken certain parts of the monster. And then that mechanic alone broke the game because if you weaken certain parts, you could get a free topple from the monster. And that basically is just free damage over and over and over again.
Gotcha.
So it's like people really abused that. And some people say that was a bad addition or a good addition. I think it made the game pretty fun, honestly.
A hook shot sounds fun.
Yeah, but it might have made it a bit too easy for some people. And Wilds, I'm assuming they're just going to do the same thing when it comes to the expansion. They're probably just going to add a lot of new things for players to do.
Yeah, but ultimately, I'm assuming that if you were going to buy this game a second time, it wouldn't be on the Switch 2, would it?
No, absolutely not. No.
Okay.
I'd probably only play that on PC because I think my hardware is strong enough to play it. I just need to find the time to actually sit down and like to get into this room physically and play it. After Title Update 4. They're going to continue updating the game, but with specifically optimizations to make the game run better for more people.
So once they get all the content out, they're going to just then stabilize it, and then
absolutely.
Move on. Gotcha. Sounds like a good strategy in my book, but they might lose a lot of players between now and then if they don't stabilize the game enough to retain the attention of some. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And I think this was definitely still in the it's a data mine stuff, but still let's count it as a rumor, and with all rumors, salt grains, take them or whatever.
Yes.
Number 3. A recent leak suggests that a new Spyro game is in development at Toys for Bob. On December 24th, fans discovered an update on the LinkedIn profile of Donald Yatomi, a former senior concept artist at the studio. The profile explicitly listed work on Call of Duty and Spyro between August 2022 and March 2024, a timeline that post-dates the Reignited trilogy by several years. Yatomi has since removed the Spyro mention, which I think is damning evidence right there, but the leak aligns with rumors from insiders like Canadian Guy A that a 4th mainline entry has been in the works since early 2024. Since Toys for Bob is now operating as an indie studio under a publishing agreement with Microsoft, there is potential for a reveal during the Xbox Developer Direct coming up later this month.
Nice. That's exciting for Spyro fans out there. I was doing a bit of research on the last Spyro game that come out, proper.
Was that on the PS2? It was PS2, PS3
it was a
maybe.
Handheld game.
Oh no shit.
The only other thing would be, what is it, Skylanders?
Oh,
you remember
yeah.
those?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I do. Yeah, that was pretty big for a hot minute too, man. The little toys and everything. And I think that's where Nintendo probably got their idea for the amiibos. I
I think
remember.
so. Those two were in competition for those figures.
Yeah. But yeah. If you've never played any Spyro games, the Reignited trilogy is so good. From what I played,
Yeah.
it's so good. Yeah. Toys for Bob did such a great job making.
Did you finish all three, or did you only
No.
play like one?
I just played some of the first one. Didn't finish it, but yeah, like basically Spyro reminds me of Chelsea's grandma, who was one of the most wonderful people I've ever met, and she used to play those games with Chelsea when she was little. And so when the Reignited trilogy came out, I bought that so I could show her grandmother how good the remake looked. And she remembered practically everything about it. Like I played for a few hours with her, and she was just guiding me through the entire, like, moment to moment. She was just like, oh yeah, you're gonna want to go around that mountain and do this and try this. Oh, that's why you can't get there. You didn't get this yet. And I'm like, holy shit, she remembers all of it. It was so cool. And yeah, so I really enjoyed that. And the I don't know, I think Toys for Bob, they did such a good job with that Reignited trilogy that it just makes perfect sense to give them the steering wheel for a brand new game. I think it's a great choice. I really hope this is true. And yeah, this story definitely reminded me of the Xbox Direct that I completely forgot about. So that's exciting. Later on this month, looking forward to that. I'm stoked to see more about like Fable and Clockwork Revolution. But announcing a new Spyro game there would be fun.
That would be sweet.
Yeah, mega sweet. So yeah, you're not too ingrained in the Spyro world, are you?
No, not much. I don't think I ever got a chance to play one, because this was a PS1 game, right?
Yeah. All three of those games that got remade were from the PS1 era. But yeah, very very fun, very cute little platformers. So the Reignited trilogy goes on sale pretty often. So if you're ever hurting for something fun to play that's just kind of, not going to demand too much out of you, I'd keep an eye out for that. It's really fun, really really cute.
Very nice. I'll keep my eye on it.
Faux show. Number 4.
All right, number 4. Reports surfaced on December 30th that Sony and Microsoft are master debating delaying the PlayStation 6 and next Xbox beyond their target 2027-2028 window due to the massive AI-driven surge in RAM prices, RAM. Memory costs have increased by several 100%, so launching on schedule could result in prices between $700 and $800, which is usually the no-no zone. Yeah, can say that again. A final decision on the delay is not expected until late 2026, as both companies monitor whether the ongoing chip shortage and high production costs will persist. I personally think it would be a smart move for Sony to delay the PlayStation 6, because I feel like the PlayStation 5 and the PS5 Pro just came out, and they still have so much potential in terms of things they can do with the hardware that they have. So some part of me wants them to almost say that they're going to delay it. But I've also heard rumors saying that Sony has already acquired some of the materials that they need to go ahead and do the production for the PS6. So there's nothing potentially slowing them down.
I mean, I couldn't agree with you more. I would love for them to just delay it, because even though I know that the PlayStation 5 came out so long ago, I just got one, so it feels absolutely brand new to me. And yeah, I'm right there with you when you said that. It's just let them hang out with it for longer. Get used to its quirks and its limitations, and learn to work within that, instead of just demanding more power and like, we need more power, otherwise we can't do it. You can. Come on, man. We got faith in you. You're the best motherfucking developers in the world.
Yeah, pretty much at this point. Yeah, they are.
Yeah.
They have some incredible talent. Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, so from what I've read, the internal specs are usually finalized for new hardware about a year to a year and a half before launch. So if they want to stick to the current schedule, the price of memory needs to stabilize this year, which according to most insiders ain't fucking happening.
Ain't gonna happen, yeah.
So
not for a couple years, to my understanding.
Yeah. So if you're right in that they've already secured a bunch of their components for the next gen console, that could be a good starting place for the PS6 to get out on the market first, finalize Yeah, and maybe for a more attractive price point than the next Xbox. That could be really good for them. But yeah, who knows how long that would last, because eventually they're going to run out of that and they're going to need to buy more of those components. And if this hasn't stabilized by the time they need to buy more, then they're going to be bumping the fucking price up a couple of years into its life cycle and pissing off the world. So,
and not to mention like the shortage of the PS6, because if it's a high demand item,
right,
if it can keep its price, I would imagine it would be a high demand item. So then you have the issue of scalpers again, also jacking up the price. You probably wouldn't be able to find it at MSRP.
Yeah, that's a great point. Yeah, dude. So they have to choose to either keep waiting for the cost to come down or launch with a big ass price tag, or release a console with only enough RAM to stream from the cloud. Now that I think about it, it seems like the cloud only future of gaming that nobody wanted might be forced onto
might
us.
Become a reality. Yeah. And that kind of scares me though, because then it scares me, but it also I'm kind of optimistic in a way, because I think that would force developers to maybe improve the technology for streaming. Maybe it could get better. But only time will tell, honestly. It's hard to say.
Yeah, dude. Because if RAM keeps on this trend of rising in price, and they can't put those into their consoles without those unattractive price points when it comes out into market, then yeah, they can be like, well, this has got 4 gigs of RAM, which is all you need to run a website or whatever, and nice price point. Here's your little streaming box. But not to mention, I saw that console sales were apparently like really bad last year, and now component costs are just way too high to where they're considering delaying the whole fucking generation. That whole death of the console conversation that happened years ago is starting to feel way more realistic. It's like we're being haunted by the ghost of Google Stadia.
Yeah,
those fucking bastards.
We've been cursed ever since they've left.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I'm right there with you. I'd rather them just delay the whole fucking thing, man, because the PS5 is brand new in my eyes. So I'm cool with waiting a few more years. I'm in no rush to move on.
It's such a strange thing to mention too, because I know I say it feels like it's brand new, like it feels like the PS5 just came out, but it's had 5 years, almost 6. Well, actually, when did it come out? In 2020, right?
Yeah, I think it's been almost 6 years. It's going on 6 years.
It has been like 6 years, yeah. Almost. But yeah, and like there have been like some great games that have come to the PlayStation platform. Like the library has a lot of things going for it right now.
It feels like the first party output has been much slower than previous generations, which is probably why it still feels brand new. It's like we're still waiting on the heavy hitters that Sony owns to come out with a brand new game. That might be why.
Yeah, I think so. I think you've hit the nail on the the nail on the head there.
Hit the head with the nail.
Yeah. Alla Verga.
Alla Verga. All right.
Should we do the community corner?
Let's do it.
Let's do it. Community corner. Last week we asked, what was your discovery of the year? Thanks to everyone who responded.
Yeah, dude, the fucking Reddit thread was so massive, man. Like, so many great games were mentioned, and there were so many that just slipped under our personal radars. There were a bunch of folks that mentioned playing games like BioShock for the first time and loving it, and Stardew Valley, The Outer Wilds, Red Dead Redemption. There were so many good ones in there. And that's then crazy. some that I've never even heard of. Mini Shoot Adventures was one that was mentioned. I was like, oh, I looked that up and it looked fucking awesome. Then The Swapper, a game called The Swapper. Thank you for everybody that responded. That was awesome, man. Very cool.
Hi. Arigato gozaimasu. I'm really diving deep into this culture.
Oh, yeah, dude.
All right. This week, we asked, has AI companies outbid manufacturers for RAM, RAM, and drive console prices to record highs? Do you think we're seeing the end of affordable home hardware? Or will companies move to cloud-based gaming? Let us know and we'll read your responses on next week's episode.
And of course, remember, you can always talk to us about anything. And I mean anything. So any comments, questions, critiques, or suggestions are all very welcome. Hit us up.
Very much so. I would like to know how I can improve my speaking ability or writing or reading.
Yeah, I feel like we're both kind of just like off right now because it's been weird.
Been 2 weeks.
Yeah. But that was like twice in a row. We did what? We recorded 2 episodes, took 2 weeks off. Recorded 2 episodes, took 2 weeks off, and now we're getting back into the habit of every.
No,
week.
We got to get back into the groove of weekly uploads.
Yeah, I feel so like out of shape in terms of fucking podcast. Yeah, we already don't know what the fuck we're doing. We're just kind of winging it. So have mercy.
Yeah, we're winging it.
Have mercy.
Have mercy, but also don't.
Yeah. Yeah. Also don't. Exactly. All right, let's glitch the fuck out of here, my brother. Let's go.
Yes, sir. Be sure to check us out on TikTok and Instagram at Glitch Ass Entertainment. You can now listen to us on every major podcast platform. Every major podcast platform. Please consider leaving us a good review. We want that sweet, sweet validation.
Yeah, I forgot to mention that earlier. We are now on every fucking major podcast platform. All of it. iHeartRadio, fucking Sirius Satellite, Pandora, fucking Apple Podcasts, Amazon, all that shit. We're on all of it, man. And all the little smaller ones apparently grabbed from those libraries. So we should be on all those too. Let us know if I'm wrong, because according to what I did last week while we were off, we should be. So
we should be.
Let us know.
We don't know.
I don't fucking know. But like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon to stay informed on more glitch ass entertainment content. Until next time, keep gaming and glitching. See ya.
Bye bye. I'm gonna go take a pee.
All right, now I'll stop recording.